Hi, my name is Matthew Zuniga. I have a story to tell today. It's called, I think it's an appropriate title, We're All Human Beings. We'll see why that matters soon. So this is a personal story that actually happened to me, unfortunately, a few months ago. A little bit of background. I'm a teacher and this happened while I was at work teaching at a high school. Okay, so here we go. So the story begins with, it's a Sunday and I'm trying to be a little more thrifty, so I find what I think is the cheapest option of food. Get a bag of beans and a bag of rice. So that night I cook the rice and then it's time to cook the beans. So I look at the back of the beans. Step one, rinse. Easy enough, so I rinse the beans. And then I go to step two and I see, soak. So I do that. I get the beans, I put them in a pot, I get them to soak. Go to sleep, next morning, rinse the beans again, take the beans, and I take the rice to work. So the day goes by and it's lunchtime. Now at lunch I bring out my rice and my beans and I'm pretty proud of myself, as most of the teachers usually brag about whatever it is, food that they made that night or the night before. So I'm trying to show off my beans, I microwave them for a couple minutes and I'm showing people, and my coworkers are not impressed, to say the least. They go, well, Zuniga, I don't think those are cooked. So I try one, I try two, and I think maybe they're right. They taste and kind of feel like peanuts. And so the teachers start laughing and there's an eruption and they're like, haha, like, are you gonna eat them? I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna eat them, okay? All I ate in college was Taco Bell and Jack in the Box. I can handle anything. The stomach is strong. But then one of the more healthy co-workers goes, Zuniga, you shouldn't eat those. You really shouldn't. Raw beans can be poisonous. Now, I don't believe her. I'm very stubborn. And my other coworker's like, no, don't listen to her. Just eat them if you're going to eat them. So I do eat them. But lunch ends, and the next period I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of thinking about what my coworker said. So I do a little research, and it's true. Raw beans are poisonous. So I'm kind of freaking out, okay? I'm getting a little sweaty, but I'm keeping my composure. I go to the nurse. The nurse doesn't know what to do. So she recommends calling poison control. Now poison control is trying not to laugh at me at this point, but I get through and they say, well, okay, you got about 5 hours. If you don't feel anything in 5 hours, you should be fine. So 5 hours goes by. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling okay. I'm like, okay, I can just go home in 7th period, I can go home and I'll miss all this. And then I remember, it's open house. I have to stay at work, I have to stay at school until 7:30 that night. So there I am, I meet a couple parents, shake a couple hands, say hello. Your son, your daughter, they're great in my class, wonderful. And I'm feeling good, I'm like, okay, I think I passed this. Then it happens. I feel a little something. So I go, you know what, let me go to the restroom just in case. So I go, open the door, and as soon as I lock it, I feel it. I feel it. And I hug that bowl and I throw up, and it's the most vivid orange I've ever seen in my life. And it goes and it goes and then it stops. I'm like, okay, I feel good. I feel completely normal. That wasn't that bad. I could handle that. So I'll go back to my classroom, shake a couple hands, meet a couple parents, and I feel it again. And I go back. And I lock that door, and again, I throw up, and it's the most vivid yellow this time I've ever seen. So I go back, and I shake a couple hands once more, and I swear the clock is barely moving at this point. And it happens again. And this time I'm like, no, okay. This time I'm like, no, something needs to change. I'm not gonna go throw up. I gotta stop this. No, I had to go back to the restroom. I continued throwing up and throwing up. And at this point, the principal, who thought it was funny at first, now doesn't think it's so funny. He goes, Zuniga, you need to go home. Look, I know where it's open house, but you need to go home. So I finally go home. And I guess the moral of the story is, if you want to go home early, just eat some raw beans. Thank you for listening. This is a true story. It's a true thing. I hope if anything you learned, please cook your beans or just buy them in a can. They cost like nothing. Thank you.